question, why? Why is this being censored? Why is it that I have to wear a mask into the restaurant, but then I can take it off when I'm sitting at the table? And then when you eat something, you lift up the face mask, and what the virus says, oh, wait a second, they're eating, when they're eating, we don't touch them, but then when they stop and put the mask on, then we can start our assault again? Why is it that the virus is an issue for me to get on the plane, but then when I'm there, I can take it off or I can lift it up and drink water? Why is it that I have to maintain social distancing 6 feet apart when I'm boarding the plane, but then I'm sitting right next to the person, like not even 6 inches away? Does that make any sense for the next 4 freaking hours? If you wear a face mask, you are restricting your oxygen, you are increasing the amount of carbon dioxide that you're breathing back. The face masks themselves, they've already done studies on the face mask, and you're breathing in the same stuff in and out, so there's actually an increased amount of bacteria that accumulates from what you're breathing. The condensation from your breath is breaking down the polypropylene components of the face mask, and then you're breathing in those toxic components and creating a histotoxic hypoxic injury. You're obviously becoming hypoxic from just not being able to get in fresh oxygen, but then you're also increasing your cortisol levels, and that drives you into the flight-fight response, which is a sympathetic overdrive, and then that suppresses your immune system. And these are all common things. These are all easily proven, published things. You don't have to be a rocket science to understand this. I've even had people try to challenge me, and they're like, how do you know that? I'm like, seriously? It's like saying, well, if I walk out in the rain without an umbrella, you're going to get wet. How do you know that? How can you prove that you get wet? Well, okay, if you don't know that water on top of you is going to make you wet, then everybody knows that steroids and cortisol suppress the immune system. It's a fundamental aspect of life. It's a fundamental aspect of physiology. It's just like, how do you know that you need more oxygen? Well, because without oxygen, we die. Okay, so put anything that restricts your oxygen flow is going to cause a problem. And again, all the things that I'm talking about, like the polypropylene components of the mask and all these different things that I'm giving you to empower you with information so you know what's really happening, that's all assuming that it was actually a benefit conferred by the mask. It's not. The pores are so big compared to the particles that they're trying to keep out. As I've said before, it's like building a chain link fence and trying to keep dust particles out. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It just simply doesn't work. And then the people are trying to say, well, for the particulate matter and from breathing aspect, guys, you're increasing your own susceptibility when you wear a mask to every pathogen that's out there: virus, bacteria, spirochetes, mycoplasma, yeast, fungi, parasites, whatever. You are increasing your own susceptibility when you wear a mask. You're stressing your body out. You're making your body weaker. You're making yourself hypoxic. You are more susceptible, more vulnerable to any pathogen. Okay? And any person who challenges that, because there are doctors that are arguing with it, besides just being idiots and being liars, you've already compromised your integrity. How do you sleep at night? Okay, it just takes you don't have to be a doctor. It just takes an average person. Put on a freaking mask and put on an oximeter, pulse oximeter, and you'll see your own oxygen levels drop. Especially if you have some type of a restrictive airway issue going on. You'll see it drop within a minute or two.
Јас само ќе ве прашам, имате маската пред вас. Протокол е да се носи вака во затворени простори маска. Зошто не ја ставивте маската?
Да не го забораваме тоа, да се вратиме пак. Значи, маската вака са. Маската, не знам кои се тие препораки, меѓутоа маската први нема да ме заштити.
ОЕВ, например, препораки?
Носењето на маска, дишењето е по принцип на негативен притисок. Нели, ставањето на маска треба тој негативен притисок да се зголеми, значи да се ангажира додатно некоја мускулатура, а со тоа ќе се оптерети кардиоваскуларниот систем.